You finally get your estimate from the insurance company, and it's thousands of dollars less than you expected. You've got repairs lined up, rental fees stacking up, and you're wondering if you're just supposed to eat the cost. And here in Florida, if you don't challenge that first offer the right way, you could end up footing the bill for damage that wasn't your fault. I'm Doug Bernetti, a personal injury attorney who's been doing this type of work for over 35 years. And in this video, I'll walk you through exactly how to document your claim and push back with evidence that gets taken seriously so that you can maximize your payout, cover every dollar of damage, and avoid getting lowballed into a settlement that barely scratches the surface. Act fast. Time matters for your claim. Right after a car accident in Florida, time is your enemy. Insurance companies know this, and sometimes they use it to their advantage. If you wait too long, vital evidence can vanish and deadlines can sneak up on you. Here's how you can stay ahead. First, take photos and videos of the accident scene and your car from every angle and any visible damage inside and outside the car. Include close-ups of dents, shattered glass, and even personal items that were damaged in the crash. If possible, get a wide shot to show the overall scene, where the cars ended up, the road conditions, and anything else that might matter. Next, get a copy of the police report as soon as it's available. In Florida, the police are required to file a crash report for any accident involving injuries or significant property damage. This report is one of the main sources insurance companies use to figure out what happened, so make sure you review it. If there are errors, work quickly to get them corrected. You can call the investigating officer right away and point them out, and hopefully they'll do a supplement to the report. Don't let a mistake cost you. Remember, in Florida, you usually have 2 years to file a property damage claim, but you should never wait that long. The sooner you start, the more organized and convincing your claim will be, and the better your chances of getting the full value. The insurance companies are usually working on it immediately after the incident. Know the value of your vehicle and your claim. Many people settle for the first number the insurance company offers, but you don't have to accept less than what your car is worth. Here's how to know what your vehicle is truly worth before you sign anything. Start by researching your car's current market value. Use resources like Kelley Blue Book, Edmunds, or NADA guides to get an idea of what similar cars are selling for in your area. Look for cars with the same year, make, model, mileage, and condition. Now, remember that insurance companies in Florida are required to pay you either the reasonable cost to repair your car or its actual cash value if it's totaled, whichever is less. Don't just take their word for it if they say your car is a total loss, or offer a number that feels low. Compare their offer with your own research. If you just repaired your car, replaced tires, or added new parts before the incident, gather those receipts. These investments can increase the value of your claim, and you deserve to be paid for what you've lost. If you believe your insurance company's offer is unfair, don't hesitate to ask for a written breakdown of how they calculated it. Sometimes just showing you've done your homework is enough to get a better offer. Use professional estimates and independent appraisals. Don't make the mistake of relying on the insurance company's estimate for your repairs. In Florida, you have the right to get your own repair estimate from a shop you trust. Exercise that right. Take your car to 1 or even 2 reputable body shops for written repair estimates. Compare these estimates with the insurance adjuster's numbers. If the body shop's price is higher, and it often is, send that estimate to the insurance company. Ask them to explain why theirs is different. Sometimes they'll agree to pay more. Sometimes you'll need to push back. Florida law says the insurer must pay the reasonable cost of repairs, not just the lowest or what's most convenient for them. If you feel you're being lowballed, you can hire an independent appraiser. This professional's job is to determine your car's value or the cost to fix it based on facts, not what's the cheapest for the insurance company. Another tip, if your car is repairable, make sure the shop uses new original parts, not just aftermarket or recycled ones, unless you approve it. Florida law requires insurance companies to disclose when they're using anything but new original equipment. Keep all estimates, invoices, and communications from the repair shop. If you end up with a supplement, meaning the shop finds more damage once they started the repairs, that should be added to your claim. Don't forget about diminished value. Here's a trick that often gets missed. Even after your car is repaired, it might be worth less than it was before the crash. This loss in value is called diminished value, and in Florida, you can claim it from the at-fault driver's insurance. Let's say your car was worth $20,000 before the accident. It gets fixed perfectly, but now, because it has an accident history, its resale value drops to $17,500. That difference is $2,500, and that is your diminished value, which can be part of your property damage claim if someone else caused the accident. To get the most for this part of your claim, get a professional appraisal that lists your car's pre-accident value and its post-repair value. Some appraisers specialize in diminished value reports just for this purpose. Sometimes you can just go to a dealership, and if you know them, they might give you a letter that says, now the car is worth X number of dollars less since it's been repaired. Here's a real life example. I had a client in Orlando who drove a 2-year-old SUV. After it was rear-ended and fixed, she was offered nothing for diminished value by the other driver's insurance, even though the other driver was at fault. We helped her get a report from an appraiser, pushed back against the insurer, and she ended up getting an extra $3,000, money she never expected. If you're making a claim against your own insurance company with uninsured motorist property damage coverage, check your policy. Some policies cover diminished value, but many don't. But always ask. Don't overlook rental car and other out-of-pocket costs. While your car is being repaired, or if it's totaled and you're shopping for a new one, you're probably without a ride. In Florida, if the other driver caused the accident, their insurance should cover the cost of a rental car that's reasonably similar to yours. You don't have to settle for the cheapest subcompact if you drive a larger vehicle. Keep all your car rental receipts. If you pay for a rental car out of pocket and the insurance company takes 2 weeks to reimburse you, ask them to include that in your claim. If your insurance includes rental reimbursement, find out how much per day or per claim you're allowed and ask for every penny. And remember this, in Florida, you're entitled to this, what we call loss of use damage, even if you don't actually rent a car. For example, let's say it takes 10 days to repair your car and you never rent a car. Well, the at-fault party's insurance company is still responsible for what we call loss of use, which usually is about what it would be to rent a car. Don't forget about that potential claim. Also, don't forget about other out-of-pocket costs. Did you need to tow your car, for example? Were there storage fees at the body shop or tow yard? Did you lose work because you had no transportation? Save every receipt, invoice, or proof of payment. These costs add up quickly. Here's another tip. Document any personal property inside your car that was damaged, like car seats, electronics, sunglasses, or anything else you need to replace. Take photos and keep those receipts too. Insurance companies may pay for these items as part of your property damage claim. How insurance companies try to pay less and how to push back. Insurers are businesses. Their goal is to make money, and one way they do that is by paying out as little as possible on claims like yours. Here are a few ways they might try to shortchange you and what you can do about it. First, they may pressure you to accept a quick lowball offer, often before you've even had time to get your own estimate or speak to an attorney. Don't let them rush you. You have the right to review every offer, ask questions, and negotiate. Second, insurers sometimes rely on, quote, preferred repair shops that promise to keep costs low. Remember, you have the right to choose your own shop. If you feel pressured, stand your ground. Or if you feel okay with their preferred shop, you can use it, but you really should do the research. A third trick is using confusing language, complicated paperwork, or making it sound like their decision is final. In Florida, you have the right to appeal or dispute their findings. If you think the insurance company isn't being fair, write a clear letter explaining why you disagree. Include your photos, estimates, receipts, and appraisals. If things get stuck, don't be afraid to speak with a Florida personal injury attorney who handles property damage. Sometimes just having an attorney on your side gets the insurer's attention and leads to a better outcome. Oftentimes, you can even contact the Department of Insurance located in your particular state, and they may help if you make a complaint. Here's a real example. Turning a $2,000 offer into a $7,000 offer. Let me share a quick story about a client from Tampa. He got into a 3-car accident that wasn't his fault. The insurance company for the at-fault driver offered him $2,000 for his totaled car. My client did his own research, got a local dealer's written offer for a similar car at $6,800, collected all his repair and rental receipts, and filed for diminished value. We combined those documents, submitted them to the insurer, and pushed hard for a better settlement. A few weeks later, he received $7,000. That's $5,000 more than he would have gotten if he had just said yes to the first offer. The lesson here is it pays to be thorough, organized, and determined. So here's a summary in the next steps. Today we covered how to get the most for your property damage claim after a car accident in Florida. We talked about acting fast, knowing your vehicle's real value, using professional estimates, claiming diminished value, tracking your out-of-pocket expenses, and pushing back when the insurance company tries to pay less than you deserve. Many personal injury law firms will help you with your property damage if you go to them along with your personal injury claim. So in those cases, oftentimes, you will get help without even being charged a fee. I know at our law firm, if someone's got personal injuries and they come to us, we help them with their property damage at no cost. But getting what you're owed starts with how you talk to the insurance adjuster, right from the first phone call. So don't miss our next video, how to answer an insurance adjuster's questions after a car accident. It's packed with tips to protect your rights and avoid common traps that cost you thousands. See you over there.